Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Caitlin and today I have a guest on my channel. My sister-in-law Jenny is making her first appearance and today we are doing a trial makeup session for her. So come get ready with us. In about a week she is having a maternity photo shoot. Her and my brother are having their first child soon and she asked me to do her makeup for the photo shoot. So we did just a little bit of a trial to get an idea of what she liked, what she didn't like. She told me she wanted something that was more like glam neutral but like smoky hot mama vibes. So yeah, here is the kind of consultation slash trial makeup. Before we get too far into the video, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. I upload videos twice a week. It's totally free to subscribe and I would love to have you back on the channel. And leave Jenny some love in the comments, guys. Let us know what you thought of her makeup. Just give her some general like support and stuff. It's the first time she's being on camera. And yeah, I'm not in frame for a lot of the video just because I'm like running all over the place, just grabbing different products here and there, so it's mostly gonna be her. But yeah, I hope you guys like it. It's a little bit different for my channel, and we're gonna go ahead and get into it now. All right, high definition smoothing face primer. This is from LA Girl. Do you use this usually everywhere, or do you just put it in like target it in the middle of your face?
I normally put it everywhere.
Okay.
I'll do like dabs on my forehead, my cheeks, and my chin.
Okay.
And then I just rub it in, and I get that. I think I ordered it on Amazon, but I'm pretty sure you can buy it at a drugstore.
I usually use my hands too, but I've seen a lot of people lately where like they'll do the dabs and then they'll use a brush, like a foundation brush. But I don't know. I just don't know if that will really like press it into the pores and stuff the way.
I don't feel like it would.
Like maybe if it was something hydrating, if you were dry, that would be okay. But when it's like this where you want it to be smoothing, you almost need to press it in a little bit, or at least on my skin I always feel like it works better.
No, I like to do that. I like to do it that way too.
Then we're using the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Hydrating Foundation.
I get that at
with
Ulta.
a Inno Gear, like a kind of an angled kabuki brush. You get this or this? Oh, this one.
I get that one at Ulta. Yeah.
And I still haven't tried this one.
I like it a lot.
It's on my list of to tries once I go through everything I have. You do like a light layer usually, or do you like to build it up to more of like a medium?
I actually think this one is supposed to be full coverage, so I can get away with a light layer.
Oh, you said you like to do the color correcting and stuff first, didn't you?
Yeah, but that's okay.
Okay. Maybe I'll do like a light layer and then do the other ones and then kind of see if we need any extra in any sections or if it looks okay as is.
That would be good. I have like normal to dry skin. So this doesn't make me oily because I'm not already oily or anything. So I'm not sure, because I know you have oily to combo. So
a lot of times I can use the more like hydrating things, but I have to set it or it will slip and slide all over. But like today I put it away, the Tarte Hydrated. It's just like a tinted, almost like a moisturizer with maracuja oil. And as long as I set it, then it's okay.
Maracuja oil?
Yes.
Oh, that's interesting.
Don't ask me where it comes from or anything. That's what it's called.
I like it.
Okay, color corrector.
So I normally put this under my eyes.
Okay.
Because I have dark circles.
Pro Conceal color corrector.
I think that one's also LA Girl. Yeah.
It is. I'm surprised this isn't though like too deep for you. I was gonna say, what do you blend with?
I normally
so you have a dry beauty blender, which usually if you use it dry it gives you more coverage, and if you use it like damp it shears it out more.
Oh,
so it just
I did not know
depends
that. Okay.
what you want. That's why I asked you which way you usually use it. The ones that I've used that are color correctors, I don't even have one right now, but they're usually more of like a peach shade. There is one that Milani makes at drugstore that's a little bit cheaper, and then the high-end one that I've used is from Becca. which no longer exists, but Smashbox bought the rights to it and sells it since the other place closed. I've gotten Bethany hooked on that one because she was asking for something for shadows. Okay, same color pop line, pretty fresh, just the concealer, and then it's the creamy concealer, so I probably would like this one for concealer since I do like more creamy products. How much do you usually apply?
Not a whole lot. Like, I'll do a little bit on my forehead or my cheeks and chin.
So you don't just use it under the eye, use it for like brightening too?
Yeah. Listen, I don't really know how to use
shade Light 45W, which W is usually warm. Do you say you don't know how?
No, I just put it on and it works sometimes.
Sometimes?
Yeah, other times it's not great, but...
Do you blend it out right away?
Yeah.
Okay. That's another one of those things. If you blend out right away, it's usually more sheer. If you let it sit for a couple minutes and like start to dry before you blend it out, then it will like almost start to thicken a little bit and it can make it more full coverage.
Okay.
It's just preference. There's no right or wrong for most of it. It's just like, what do you want it to be?
And then I use the back end.
Oh, so you use the butt. So use this.
Use that for
use this for one of so that the colors don't mix.
Yeah.
Got it. I like the angled ones a lot for like, I'll use powder to like define my cheekbone and I'll like stamp the powder and then I'll like put it from my ear to my jaw and like cut the cheekbone, so to speak, with this kind. Right now I just have these because they're cheap ones, but there's one from Laura Lee Los Angeles. That's my favorite one. I have no idea where it even is right now, honestly. Tell me if I'm being too rough also.
No, you're not.
So I'm trying to blend, but also not trying to beat your eye.
I have a high pain tolerance. Did your mom ever use those hair ties on you that had those like plastic balls on them?
Yes.
Yeah.
All the time.
Same. So I just built up a high pain tolerance because I got snapped in the head with those so many times as a child.
This does seem to dry down really quickly considering it says creamy. Usually I feel like the creamy ones have more like playtime, like you have more time to blend it before it's like dried down.
So I don't remember how much the concealer is, but I'm pretty sure the foundation at Ulta was around 15, like 15 to 18 maybe. So, which I don't think is too bad for foundation.
No, it's not. Do you ever set with powder or you just like leave it?
No, I have this powder that I use.
Okay. This is
which I think is
HD powder.
Yeah. I think I got that after you used it on me at my wedding.
It could be.
Because I had that really harsh line on my neck for when I tried to use self-tanner and it didn't go well.
It was either that or it might have been what's tucked under there, which is the Coty Airspun. Both of those I use, and there's a Wet n Wild. I pretty much always use drugstore stuff just because it's cheaper and it works the same. And I know it works the same because I've had samples of some of the higher end stuff like Laura Mercier, and sometimes I like the drugstore stuff even better. Where's the hole? There it is.
I have to be careful about some of the stuff I use because I do, I get reactions easy just because I have really bad, like, I have eczema prone skin. So there are some brands that I've tried that just don't work with my skin, but I'm sure they would work perfectly fine for everyone else who has normal skin.
I know you said you don't normally fill in your brows or anything. Do you want to try like combing them up or doing gel or anything to see how you like it? Or do you just want to like totally leave them alone?
The only thing I do to them normally is like, I'll use this really gross guy.
So you comb them?
Yeah, to get like foundation out if it like got in there.
But you don't like, you don't use like a clear gel or anything?
No, I don't know how to do that.
Okay. That's what, I have some if you want to try it.
We can, I don't care.
But you don't have to.
I'm open.
That's what I usually use, the NYX Taman frame. It's like a pomade. And I usually take, it's a different brush, but it looks like this.
Yeah.
I put some on and I just like fill in where is like bald looking. So I'm not drawing on anything extra. I'm just filling in the sparse
Gotcha.
areas. And then to shape them and keep them in place, this one's my favorite right now, the NYX Bear With Me with Cannabis Sativa.
Baby safe.
Baby safe, yes. It's just the oil.
Yeah.
There is no THC involved, everyone. Some people like their brows look more structured. Some people like them more like fluffy. I have it half and half. Like I have them going like straight up at the beginning, and then I have it more like structured at the end.
Sure.
But it's again, like I've done them lots of different ways till I found out what way I actually
I like your eyebrows. They
like
look
them.
sassy.
They look sassy.
Yeah.
Sometime, if you ever wanted, I could try to actually like fill them in and shape them. I would probably, you can do it with powder too,
Yeah.
because that pomade I think would be too deep
Okay.
for yours, because it's brunette,
Yeah.
which isn't like black, but I think that's a
I
little
think
darker.
your natural is darker than mine though.
Yeah, I think you would need more of like a taupey.
Yeah.
My mom's are that color, and she usually buys, it usually says blonde, but it doesn't look blonde. It looks more like this taupe color that yours is.
My hairstylist calls my natural hair dishwater blonde.
Oh,
So
is that supposed to be like what they call dirty blonde?
yeah.
Okay. So now you can look at them, and I mean, they don't look that much difference. They're just kind of like
No, but I can
in the
see.
front.
Yeah. I like
Like
it.
holds them there a little bit. Some people make it really blocky looking.
Yeah.
Like that one cousin that I have that I always talk about their eyebrows. You know what I'm talking about? That they look like what beauty trends were in 2016 still.
Yeah.
But mine, I just like on the bottom draw
Yeah.
only. And then I don't square it
Okay.
to make it look blocky. I just only do the bottom to give it structure, and then I just blend it and let it fluff to the top.
Okay.
Palladio, which you can get at Sally Beauty. This is what I've been using right now.
I like that one too.
This is one of my favorite blushes. I'm wearing it today. These mineral blushes are great. It's Palladio, and sometimes they have discounts, so I got this for $1.50. And it's so good and it lasts forever. I've already gone through an entire, like another shade of these that was pinkier.
Okay.
And like totally not just pan, like use the entire blush.
I think they're pretty well pigmented. Like it's,
Yeah.
I don't have to load it on when I've used those.
No,
So.
I literally like tap tap and that's plenty for
Yeah.
a cheek. Okay, which brush do you usually use?
This one. Get the
Oh.
cat hair off.
Okay. So you like it more like targeted, structured in a specific spot?
So normally I'll do like right here, and then my
Okay.
and then my nose.
Okay. I've been using a lot of cream lately, but that plays a lot differently, obviously, than...
I haven't used cream bronzer yet. I'm nervous too because I'm afraid I'll do really bad at
You
it.
can try this sometime if
Okay.
you want, but I like that one, and that shade would probably be good for you too, because...
Yeah, it looks light.
Yeah, and it blends out, like,
Oh.
that's as pigmented as it gets, and then you can blend it really easily.
Okay.
That's what I'm wearing with the blush today, and it like makes a difference. It's not like it does nothing, but it blends so much that like you really are almost like, is it a tan or is it bronzer?
Yeah.
So it's natural, but it does something. And then I'm gonna do, this might not be where you do it, but we'll see how you like it. I'm gonna do it like a higher placement.
Okay.
Which, especially with the eyes that we're
Yeah.
gonna do more like dramatic and sultry, it gives you this more like chiseled, higher up, like,
Lifting.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then I literally do a crown.
I do
All the
normally do my forehead too. Yeah.
Do you do anything to your nose?
I do my nose. I'll do like the bridge right there, and then sometimes I'll even do like right above my eyebrows. But
Do you just like the color on your nose, or do you try to actually like skinny nose?
I try to skinny nose it because I feel like I have a big nose.
You don't.
I don't.
No, but I do it too.
Yeah.
So I'm doing what I usually do on me, which is like, I'm making a rough structure right now, so it's like intentionally not blended because I try to like just lay down the product first and make sure everything's symmetrical, and then I'll go back and once it's just easier to like blend, I feel like, when it's first placed than when you've already totally blended it and then it looks wonky.
I think I need a lighter shade though, because I think sometimes it makes me look a little orangey.
I should have done one side with this and one side with this and had you compare
we should have.
It's actually blended together pretty
well.
nicely, I feel like.
Okay, that's good.
So you can probably see where it looks like the pigment from yours. But can you tell at all, like in the mirror, that it's different than what it normally looks like? Or
Yeah,
no?
it's way different because, like I said, I think you did it correctly and I don't.
Well, it's just a different shade. It's just a different shade. This is tan lines, which is mostly neutral, but it's slightly like cooler versus the orangey. Usually doesn't mean it's too dark. It's just like warm tones.
So I felt you moving in circles. I do a straight line, and like that's all I do is straight lines. And so
I usually
you took it up this way too, and I don't normally.
When I took your first brush, I did just do a straight line.
Yeah.
But that's usually like I'll first start with the straight line.
Okay.
But then I'll buff it so that the edge of it looks really seamless.
Yeah.
So that like you still look like you have cheekbones more than
I do.
when we started.
Yeah, I like
but
it.
it's not like a harsh like this is clearly the makeup line where I applied bronzer.
Yeah, and that's normally what I get. Is I normally get that. This is where I put it, and I didn't blend it.
So you can still like start with that, but yeah, blending like just going back and forth like this, I don't find it usually works very much.
Okay.
You just go more on like tiny little circles on the edge of it.
Okay.
But you can't do tiny little circles at first when you have a lot of pigment on the brush because it's going to be too much pigment. So I usually start it like here, and when there's a bunch on the brush, tap it here and here, and then once I've placed the majority of the project or the product, then I can work on like spreading it. And I'll do it with powder or with cream,
that makes
either way.
sense. Yeah.
Most of makeup has nothing to do with like you can use pretty much anything and make it work. It's all about like
The technique.
just how you're doing it and what you want it to look like when you're done. Okay. Blush. Woo. Okay. How do you put this on?
I just go like this.
That's what I thought you were gonna say. Okay. We're not gonna do that.
Okay, that's fine. Here's my blush brush.
Like your powder blush brush.
Well, so I put that on and then I use the brush to blend it out.
So I'm gonna do this.
Okay.
The reason I don't like what you did, and I see people do it all the time and it works for them, sure, fine, do whatever. But sometimes, depending on how much pressure you use, it'll like disrupt your foundation underneath of it.
That makes sense.
I don't know how pigmented this is. I probably should be checking. Oh, okay, it's not super crazy.
No, it's not. I like it because I can either do a little bit or I can make it brighter if I want.
And then I'm gonna put it like I ended your bronzer here, so I'm gonna put it like here and kind of like blend the two in the middle together. This is more like a cool toned, somewhat luminous blush.
I got that one at Sally's too.
Yeah, so see where I put it too? It almost gives it like a highlighter-y type effect. And then it kind of meshes into the, like it's still blush and you can see it, but that's what I mean by like the placement of it, like the lift it. That's,
I like it,
personally how I do mine. It's not right or wrong. It's just literally what you
I think it looks better than when I do it though.
Oh, I'm older than you. I've been putting things on my face longer.
Hardly. You're only like 4 years.
Hey, if you do it every day, you can get a lot of progress in your skill in 4 years. That's how long I've been making videos now.
And
is 4 years.
You actually do your makeup way more frequently than I do. I just
like almost every single day.
I don't really care. I do it for work and then I come home and take it off. So
I like an angled brush like this for the nose because when do you do your nose just here? I go
all the way up.
All the way, yeah. And this like hugs that like corner really, really well.
But I go all the way up with
angled brush.
With this really big one. So that seems like a better idea.
There's some brushes I just got from Blend Bunny. They are right here. And I haven't used them yet, but I'm really excited to because sometimes just having little detailed things make a really big difference. And the whole point of this brand is like they're all really super tiny detail ones, like to get into nooks and crannies and crevasses.
Crevasses.
Yes, I have some crevasses.
Oh my. Is it because you're 4 years older than me?
Who knows? So, it's harsh now, but that's because
I made a face.
because it was harsh. Yeah. It's not done yet. Don't judge it. It's not done yet.
I gotta trust the process. And now we're gonna put that on.
So now you can see it's not like harsh the way it was.
Oh no, it's very cute.
We're going back to the HG powder because we're gonna carve. We're going to sculpt and carve a bit.
So I've never done that before with the
the straight edge.
Yeah.
And we're gonna bake. Have you heard of that word before?
Yeah, but I don't know how to do it.
So I'm basically using, because it's a flat edge, it's gonna make a really straight line.
Okay.
And you're gonna look crazy temporarily. No, the thing about baking is like you really have to build up. Like it needs to be like white.
Oh.
Or translucent, depending on whatever the shade is that you're using. In like 5 to 10 minutes, when we wipe, are you okay?
The baby punched in the bladder, I think.
When we wipe this away in 5 to 10 minutes, it'll be like you got rhinoplasty.
Oh my.
Which you might like or you might hate, but we're gonna find out.
I'm here for it. Eyeshadow?
Yeah, I'm gonna do eyeshadow next just because you said you have cream highlighter and I wanna wait till I wipe away the powder to put on cream.
That.
Ooh, nice. I like Essence.
I like Essence too. That one's a good brand.
Okay.
I like their mascara a lot.
Do you have eyeshadow primer?
I have concealer.
Okay, that's fine. Have you ever used eyeshadow primer?
Yeah, I get the one from Ulta, but I ran out, so I'm just using
yeah,
that.
we talked about that before.
Yeah. And it's cheaper
To
get the concealer and do it.
Depends on the concealer, but some of them still crease on me for some reason. Versus like something marketed actually to be a primer. I don't know if I just have like super oily eyelids. Do you usually use your fingers to tap it out or a brush?
You're supposed to tap it out.
So you just wipe it and then you put stuff on top of it?
Yeah.
Okay. My bad. Okay.
I'll let you do whatever you think is best.
Okay. Well, we already used this one for cream, so I'll just use this too.
Okay.
You must apply it much more evenly than I just did.
I don't know. I try to do it really quickly because if I'm putting on my makeup, I'm like, I've got a half hour because I like to lay in bed. And then I just slap it all on and I'm like, okay, I'm good to go.
Someday, I want to do all your makeup, like do this again.
But the way you do it?
With some of like my products to see if you like certain things. Like, again, like this is very pigmented and it's good. But like you said, it might just be like a shade thing.
Yeah.
To see if there's some slight tweaks and stuff that you might be like,
yeah.
Oh, and it's not expensive either. Because sometimes I'll do that too, where I'll be like, okay, well I have this and I'm still gonna use it up, but when it's gone, I like that one. Like I find stuff that I like better than I already have. Even when I find stuff I love, I still keep trying other stuff that I haven't tried yet just to see like, is there something even better than this that I don't know about? Makeup Revolution, and this is the Forever Flawless Affinity.
Pretty sure I got
It
that.
looks like this. Jenny and I talked off camera and she wants something neutral but warm leaning and smoky. So we're gonna start with this for at least the neutrals. We'll definitely have to dip into something else to give us the depth for the smokiness. But these are good transition shades and things to start with. So
I'm pretty sure I got that at Ulta too.
Yeah, Ulta. My subscribers know I preach about using the Ulta points and like, don't spend your money if you don't have to. Get yourself an Ulta membership and just use points.
I normally get it from Sally's or Ulta, so.
Yeah. Just doing her makeup, like I usually do mine the same shape and everything. If you've been watching for a while, you know, but we're doing more of like a lifted on the outer corner situation. Like I did a color that's kind of your skin tone just in the crease.
Okay.
Because that, I usually think if you have something your skin tone color, it can help you give it the other color something to blend into, so that when you're trying to blend the edges, you have something that looks like your skin tone, so you don't have like a harsh end line, and it blends a little easier. And now I'm just using a slightly darker warm tone color just on the outer part of the eye to start to give it a little bit of dimension and structure. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and wipe away all this powder now. It's not gonna be like super dramatic, but can you kind of tell a difference or no?
Oh yeah, no, I can tell a big difference. I like it.
But it's not, I don't feel like they're like harsh lines.
No, it's not, but I like it a lot.
You're allowed to tell me you don't like things, remember.
Yeah, I know, but
okay.
But I like it though.
Okay, I'm just saying. Don't feel like you have to say you like it. So now we're going with the deepest shade in here, this matte. And I'm using this kind of pencil tipped brush from Storybook Cosmetics that Jenny got me for my birthday, I think last year. Christmas, something.
It was a gift.
It was a gift, and they're really good.
It was Mond's, and I knew you'd like it.
I'm tapping this a lot because we already did your base, and I don't want you to have fallout.
Okay, thank you. Also, I almost bought you a Halloween decoration today.
Really?
Yes, but it was kind of a high maintenance one. So I didn't want to just like buy you something that was high maintenance. They had inflatable Jack Skellington.
Ooh.
At Lowe's for like $35.
So the inflatable part was the maintenance
part. Yeah,
part.
that's the maintenance part. So
I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna map out where your liner will go with the shadow, and then you can put the liquid like at the very, very base of the eye. Okay. It'll make more sense once we get to it.
Okay.
You're looking at me like I don't know what you're talking about.
I tried to do wings on myself before, and it never turns out.
Okay, so you're basically just gonna do the liquid at the base like you normally do.
Okay.
I'm gonna make the wing part with shadow so it's less harsh.
Okay.
And then it's gonna look smoky because the liquid is gonna have more pigment in it than any of the shadows. So the thing that makes it look smoky is that it's like ombre almost.
So I have a friend, she's done wings on me before, and I like the way it looks. I'm just not good at doing them on myself.
This is a Blend Bunny B2 brush. I'm using some shades you haven't used, aren't I?
Yeah. I have so many palettes, but there are so many colors I haven't used.
Yeah,
just because
I understand. Because how do you use them all?
More so, I get comfortable with like 3 colors, and I think other things look weird on me.
Do you do an inner corner highlight?
Yes.
You do with your cream on? Sometimes I'll do that, and then sometimes I'll do a matte shadow inner corner.
Yeah. With the, like you mean just taking the brush and dip. Yeah, I've done that before.
Yeah. I usually do it there, and then I usually actually do like an exclamation point, like some here, and then on the tip.
With eyeshadow?
Sometimes. Oh, sometimes highlighter.
Oh, highlighter. Oh, so sometimes I use eyeshadow when I do it. I use eyeshadow, not the...
I'll use highlighter or an eyeshadow that is a highlighter color.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
That does make sense, yes.
Okay, so now we need something deeper than what we just used. So I'm gonna look in your other palettes to see if I can find something smoky enough. And I'm doing it with like browns. You could do it with black. You could do like smoky, like a navy or a burgundy. You could do like the same placement and order and everything, and it would just look slightly different with
different colors.
Yeah. So now we're going into the OPV Beauty Spotlight palette.
It was a birthday gift from Sarah.
Yeah, so here's this one, and I'm gonna mix this shade All Dat Sparkle, which is confusing because it is a matte shade.
Oh.
And Exposure, spelled with an X.
That's so
Just
dark.
A black matte.
I see what you're saying with the outline of it. Okay, that makes sense. Yes.
But it's not like black dark, like
no, it's not.
It's diffused, and that's why I wanted to mix it with the brown, so that makes it not as harsh. But then when you put this liquid liner like just right up against the base, it's gonna look even darker than the shadow that I'm placing, so it's gonna give this like
a gradient.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. I had to look at like your shirt here because I felt like I was staring into your soul.
That's the worst thing to me for the few times I've done people's makeup is I feel like I have to hold my breath, not because I'm shaky or anything. I just feel like I'm breathing on people's face, and I'm like, I don't want, it's not even my breath, it's like my nose air that I'm like, that can't be comfortable. You don't usually do shadow on your lower lash line, do you? I don't either, but a lot of people do.
No, I've tried it. I think it looks goofy on me.
Yeah, it makes my eyes look smaller, and because of the shape, I don't think that looks good on me.
I think there's a lot of other people who do it regularly that can pull it off very well, and I'm just not one of them.
What I usually do is take something fluffy like this one, and along this part, just on the top, I kind of, with no extra, like it's a clean brush, there's nothing on it, just buff against the top, and that's gonna make it look even more like, I know it's a black line, but natural in a way. But this one I am going back and forth and not circles before, because the circles will like make it spread. I don't want the black to spread, I just want it to stay on that line, so I'm just going back and forth to blur the edges but not move it to other places of the eye. So depends what you want as to what kinds of strokes you should do.
Did you feel it?
I did. I think that's the first time that I've actually been able to feel it. It was faint.
It was faint.
It wasn't like...
It's not super strong right now.
Yeah.
But yeah.
At first I was like, I feel like I just feel either your pulse or my pulse.
No, that's what it was. In the morning, it's super active, and the other day, Corey and I were sitting in bed, we were watching TV, and I was like, you can see my whole stomach moving, and he's like, that's creepy.
If we want sparkle, now's the time to do it.
Sure.
I'm just gonna like tap some of it on, because I'm not gonna do like an opaque color. I'm just gonna like sprinkle it. Need to go back in for a little bit more. This one's Makeup Revolution too, but this one is the Forever Flawless palette, and this is shade Zen. Liquid eyeliner that you said you were gonna do.
I'll put it on. It
Sounds good.
Palladio. I'm just gonna like hide while I do it.
Here, I'll just... I think we're gonna do highlighter in the inner corner and your lashes. And I think once your mascara is done, I'll be able to tell, like sometimes the mascara just pulls it together and you don't need anything else.
Yeah.
Because I've definitely been guilty before of like adding too much and going one step too far and then being like, dang it, it was better if I would have just left it and the lashes would have given it what it needed and it was fine. Okay, highlighter.
I have this and this.
So we have the I'm Glowing Creamy Stick Luminizer.
That one's Palladio.
We have the Essence highlighter palette. Okay. I am gonna do this kind of pinky one with this double-ended brush that is a Farrah brush for the cheeks, because I think this pinky is gonna go well with the, like, to top the kind of glowy blush that we put on before. I'm gonna use the cream on the nose in the inner corner.
I normally put some on my nose.
Setting spray.
I brought two.
Okay. This is usually when I do it because of the whole mascara thing.
It'll run.
Yeah.
So I have Hard Candy and the NYX.
Okay, so we have Sheer Envy setting spray, or we have Matte Finish setting spray. Is this outside, I assume?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go Matte Finish.
Okay.
Because I think it's gonna be, I mean, this says fights humidity, but it also says hydration.
We'll be doing pictures by the water, if that.
Okay. I think this one will give you more longevity.
Okay.
Don't open your eyes.
I flinched like every time it hit my face. Remember the one time you cut your eyebrows off or your eyelashes off?
I do, and I threw out that curler because I said, you're the devil and I'm never using you again. And this one has not done me dirty yet, this new one that I have.
Yeah. This one's an Ardell brand.
Ooh, they're good.
I like Ardell.
I have some lashes for me to test coming sometime in the mail.
These are the old Ardell lashes I had. I like those.
Okay.
They stopped selling this one in store, which was a really big bummer because it's one of my favorites. They still have it on Amazon, but part of the reason it's one of my favorites is because the brush is twisted. And I don't know why I just like that so much better.
I need the people to see one of Jenny's lashes, one of my lashes.
Oh my.
They're the side by side, ladies and gentlemen.
They're a little bit different. Well, I think it also has to do with like how full your lashes are before you start.
Oh yeah, and if you want them to look natural, you're not wearing what I just held up by any means.
Do you use more than one mascara at a
Depends
time?
if I'm doing my lower lashes also or not. I usually leave my lower lashes bare.
Yeah.
But if I am doing my lower lashes, there's some mascaras that for some reason they don't transfer onto my upper lid, but then they will transfer below my eye.
Oh.
So sometimes I'll know mascara, like, okay, I can use this one on top and it won't transfer, but I can't use this on the bottom if I want bottom mascara or it's gonna be raccoon eyes. And then I may have to use a different one specifically for the bottom.
Great.
Is it looking as smoky as you wanted, or did you want it smokier?
No, I think it looks as smoky as I want, but...
Is it too smoky?
No, I feel like the wings are weird on me.
Like having wings in general, or just like...
I think maybe because they go up further.
Okay, so I'm not gonna totally get rid of them, but I'm gonna have them like more space between your brow and where it ends.
Okay.
And see how you like that. And then we can keep adjusting it from there.
Yeah, I like that better.
Better?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
So I just need to leave more space between your... Okay. Okay, so that's what it'll look like. Full size.
Yeah. I normally, if I do lashes, I'll cut like the first couple.
So,
I like that.
okay.
But now after looking at yours, I feel like I need more lashes.
What do you mean?
After looking at how big your lashes are compared to mine, like I feel like I need bigger ones.
These are clean. I'll plop one on you. So these are magnetic ones too. So
I've tried magnetic.
They won't stick to you because they're meant to just stick for. There's a like a magnetic liner that goes with them. Sometimes with hooded eyes, they are like a lot though.
No, you're right. I like my other one better. That was a lot. Here, you gotta keep them together.
Okay, and they're magnetic, so they'll actually
stay together,
stick together. I have ones that are a happy medium between yours and mine as well. I don't always go for those, but
I have this.
Yes. Okay. Lip. Last part. You don't use lip liner usually. You just do this.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, that's very wet.
Yeah. It tickles.
I'm sorry. You starting to quiver.
It tickled so bad. Thank you.
And then this is, do you usually do the other one too once it's set or no? This is one of the NYX Shine Loud Magic Makers. This is supposed to be like, literally won't go anywhere, will last, like doesn't go away.
Okay.
Like solid, transfer proof. This is the gloss. So I believe it's like 30 to 60 seconds you're supposed to wait after you apply the color for it to like
and maybe
dry down.
Also never worked when I've done it that way because I don't wait.
And then you brush the gloss on top, so it looks glossy, but it's not gonna transfer. Do you like it shiny more or matte more?
I like the matte better, but it's sticky. It's more sticky when it's matte.
Because that one's designed to be a two-step. There's lots of mattes that are just matte and don't have the second layer, so it's like just dries dry and isn't sticky. Now you have to do the thing I do when you drink where you have to like take your tongue and like to not get your lip touching. That's what I have to do when I drink.
Corey will say you're greeting it with your tongue.
Yep.
That's what he does.
All right, let's show them the final look. What do you guys think?
I like it. But I'm not everyone, so oh wait, hold on there. I'm not used to this camera life.
I know.
It's
it
weird.
takes getting used to,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Is there anything, if we did it again, that you would change? Because you can also, we did it with black. You can also do the same kind of smoky look, but everything brown
I
to
think
be softer.
I might like more of a lighter color on the inside.
Like the liner or the shadow?
The shadow.
Okay.
And like a brighter color, and then but I like this dark color on the outside, so I think maybe just like more dramatic.
Like the contrast. So it's funny you said that, because I was trying to do that, and that's why I went in, I don't know if you saw, with white.
Yeah, I saw the white. Yeah.
But that white does not show up white.
And I just didn't want to do anything.
Now,
And I think maybe some more sparkles.
more sparkles than that? Okay. So we're gonna go off camera, guys, because my battery's about to die, and play with some stuff. But thanks for hanging out today. Hopefully you like this. Let me know if you want to see more guests on the channel and me doing some other people's makeup. And we hope to see you again in the next one. Bye.